Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. So the question is asking what is the greatest amount of MgO in moles that can be made with 7.8 moles of Mg and 4.7 moles of O2, which is the limiting reactant, which is the limit reactant in excess, and how many moles of it are left over. So let's write the equation for this question first. So let's write this one. So we have Mg plus O2 forming MgO, right? So to balance this one, I multiply this one by 2. So 2 MgO, here we are going to have 2. Now it's balanced. So then the first question is asking which is the limiting reactant, right? So let's find out which is the limiting reactant. So first of all, let's grab this one first, the 7.8 moles of Mg. So to use the 7.8 moles of Mg, how many O2 moles are required? That's what we are going to calculate. To calculate this one, we can form an equation that is 7.8 moles Mg multiplied by this ratio. So we are trying to calculate the oxygen needed, right? So that's going to be on top. So we are going to have 1 mole of oxygen and then 2 moles of Mg. So this is what we have, and if we calculate this one, that will give us the oxygen required to finish these moles. So let's, if I calculate this one comes out to be 3.9 moles of O2. So we need 3.9 moles of O2 to finish 7.8 moles of Mg, right? So this is our first relationship. And let's calculate this information. So how many moles of Mg is required to finish all of this O2? To calculate this one, I take this one 4.7 moles of O2 and multiply by, now here we are trying to calculate the moles of Mg, right? So that's going to be on top. Here we are going to have 2 moles of Mg on top. In the bottom we are going to have the moles of O2, that's 1 mole. So this is going to be 1 mole O2, and that, if you multiply this one by this one, that's going to give you the value that's how many moles of Mg is required to finish all of this O2. And if you multiply this one, you will get 9.4 moles of Mg. So according to the given information, let's see which one will be enough. Like if I use 7 moles of Mg, to use 7 moles of Mg, I will need 3.9 moles of O2. We have enough of that, right? Let's analyze the second one. So to finish 4.7 moles of O2, we need 9.4 moles of Mg. Here we don't have enough of that, right? So this one, the second one doesn't work. So this one doesn't work. So from the first one, we have to find which is the limiting reactant. Limiting reactant is basically the one that finishes first. Here, if you see, we have excess amount of O2, so it's not a problem. But we have only like if we use 3.9 moles of O2, this will finish. After that, we don't have enough Mg, right? So therefore, this is our limiting reactant. So limiting reactant is Mg. So first question, we can answer the first question. Let's say a part. Limiting reactant is Mg because it will finish first, right? And let's do the second part. Which reactant is in excess? Excess is we have more than what we need. Here we have oxygen, that is 4.7 moles. We only need 3.9, so it's excess. So we have excess oxygen right here. So excess is O2, right? And the third question is asking how many moles of it are left over. To find that one, here we have 4.7 moles of O2 here, but we only use 3.9 moles of O2. So we are going to have 4.7 minus 3.9. Whatever we have, whatever extra we have, that's going to be the excess. So here we are going to have, if you subtract this one, you will get 0.8 moles of O2. So this is our excess amount of O2 that is left over after this reaction is over, right? And the first question, the main question is asking what is the greatest amount of MgO that can be made with 7.8 moles of Mg? So we have to calculate MgO, the maximum MgO that's going to be made. So here we know we are using all of this Mg, right? So if I find the ratio with that, I can find the MgO that is made with this reaction. So let's use this one, 7.8 moles of Mg we have, and let's find the ratio. So we are trying to find the moles that MgO is going to have. So MgO is going to be on top, 2 moles MgO. In the bottom we are going to have Mg ratio, that is also 2 moles of Mg. So 2 cancels each other. The final answer is 7.8 moles of MgO. So this is the maximum amount of MgO we are going to produce from this reaction, and that's how it's done. I hope you guys liked this video. See you next time.